Greetings to everyone, wherever you are. My name is Michelle, or Paksem, meaning teacher Park in Korean. Today, I'm going to explain how to make a sentence, focusing on sentence structure. Today, I'm going to explain basic Korean grammar rules that you need to know. All right, I brought 3 sentences. Here, first of all, let's do number 1 first. Can you read it, guys? Alright. 나는 너를 사랑한다. Meaning I love you. I love you. Here, sentence is basically different. Means same as 나는, I, same. 나는. This is the subject of this sentence. 나는. Here, I. But here, 나 is I. And here, this, in Korean, there is no, the form doesn't change. What I mean is, in English, when you put I, it's always becomes a subject, right? When it comes in front of a sentence being a subject, I. And when you want to make an object, you have to use me, right? And sometimes you use my to meaning possessive, to meaning a possession of something, right? So we call it a possessive form. So the forms of the word changes, the forms of the pronouns change, but in Korean the basic form doesn't change. The basic form na doesn't change, but we put a grammar particle. We call it particle, grammar particle, or 조사. We have a very, very complicated system of grammar particle. So 는, sometimes 는, or sometimes 은. These 2 particles added to the subject and making a subject. So 나는. So if you say 너는, then this one is a subject, becomes a subject. So 은는 makes the pronoun a subject of a sentence. 나는 너를, here no. This is meaning you, no, you. And here you can see grammar particle 를. So 를. So when you put 를 at the end, 를 to the pronoun, then it makes the object form. Instead of me, 나는 너를 사랑한다. 사랑하다 is the basic form, and here they added 니은 here. 사랑한다. It means in reality this meaning now. So oftentimes 니은 means now. It sounds like a present form, as a progressive form. 나는 너를 사랑한다. And look at this. 나는, I, subject comes first. And here, verb comes at the end of the sentence. But in English, verb comes first, follows right after the subject. So here, subject, verb, and object. But in Korean, it's like a subject, object, and verb. So here, let me summarize it. Instead of changing the forms of pronouns in the Korean language, we use lots of grammar particles to indicate this is subject, or this is an object, or this is the possessive form. So the original form of pronoun doesn't change. Instead, we add grammar particle indicating depending on the use of the pronoun. That's the takeaway number 1. Number 2, 나는 사과를 좋아한다. Again, here, this is a grammar particle, makes this pronoun 나 a subject. So 나는, I, 좋아한다, here, verb. Here, and apples, objects, but here, 사과 is an apple, and this grammar particle makes 사과 an object. So 사과를 좋아한다. Here again, root form is 좋아하다. But by adding ni은 at the end, it makes kind of progressive or present form. And there's one more thing that I like to point out, that here in English, plural is very important, right? I like apples. But here in the Korean language, there is no difference between plural and a singular noun. So they use interchangeably. And there's no difference in meanings. So that's one more thing that you need to remember. So let's say 나는, 너는. You can say 너는, you, 너는. Can you read it? 바나나. It's banana. 바나나를 좋아한다. 좋아한다. It makes you like bananas. You like bananas. Again, here, particle that makes the pronoun a subject. Particle that makes a noun or pronoun an object. And here, there's ni은 that makes a present form of a verb. Okay? And one more thing, I put S plural, but in Korean, there's no difference. They don't differentiate plural forms and singular forms. All right, now let's go to the third one. 나는 학교에 간다. 나는, now you understand. 나는 간다. Go is 가다. This is the root verb. And by adding 니은 again, it makes a present form. 나는 학교에 간다, or sometimes progressive form. And here, go to school. In the English language, you use lots of prepositions. So to school, but here they use grammar particle 에 means to. So instead of using prepositions, they use grammar particle meaning to, sometimes from. So instead of using prepositions, in the Korean language, they use grammar particles. That's the takeaway number 3. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.